Hi, and welcome to Geeks for Geeks. Today we would be doing the GFG Weekly Coding Contest 111. For those who don't know me, I am Siddharth Hazra. Currently, I'm an SD at Geeks for Geeks. Besides that, I'm also a candidate master at Code Forces. So, fair enough. Let's talk about the feedback from my side. The first problem was a good problem on that side, but I would suggest that they should have given a word where a particular character is not repeated. Let's take the example of balloon. In the balloon, the character L is repeated twice and O is repeated twice. So this makes the problem a little bit above basic problem. It's an easy problem. Then the very next problem is, I can say, a hard problem or a problem that requires the knowledge of advanced data structure if the length of the array is 10 to the power 5. Okay, but here the constraints are small enough, so an advanced data structure is not needed. I won't reveal the name. The last problem, I think that it is a very standard problem, but if it was mentioned that the star pattern needs to be around that zero, like zero is the main pivot element, then it would have been a medium level problem. So I can say that this problem was a kind of very balanced one. We started off with the easy problem. Next problem was observing the constraint and boiling down to an easy, again a medium level problem. And the third problem was also a medium level problem because it was a variation of a standard problem. I can't say it is a variation. To be honest, it is just the same problem. Okay, they didn't even take the burden of changing the name of the function. Okay, like it is very funny to see. I would just show you. Okay, so just a sec. Let me just show you this. If you observe, the name of the function that is here is solve. Okay, and the name of the function here is longest string, and it is kind of very relevant to the problem statement. Here also, it is the name of the function is relevant to the problem statement, but here the problem setter was lazy enough that he took a name that is irrelevant to the problem. Actually, they just copy pasted it from the article itself. So I think that was a kind of lazy approach that they did, but still, that this problem was good enough. Okay, keep your camera at your eye level. It will definitely increase viewers' attention. I don't have my camera or something. It's the webcam of the laptop that I'm using. I can adjust it in this way. So what I can at max do is I can just set it like this. Okay, and that would make it seem like I'm just watching this. Okay, fair enough. This should be good. Okay. So let me just say, hi Pavan, how are you? Currently, I'm seeing you a lot in the courses itself in LinkedIn also. Successfully, but last problem TLE, last problem successfully solved. It's fine. You are able to solve two problems. That's absolutely great. Okay. टेक्नोलॉजिकल विवेक हैशटैग यूज किया था गुड इनफ सेकंड पूछना क्या चाहता मैं हूं ना पूछना क्या चाहता मैं बताता हूं अभी ओके थर्ड क्वेश्चन कैसे किया थोड़ा सा ओके सो आई एंजॉयड द कॉन्टेस्ट टुडे ग्रेट रोहन second problem booing us yes absolutely it seemed like it is a difficult problem but you can kind of find out that it is an easy problem. ओके भैया एक्सप्लेन मैक्सिमम इंडेक्स पीओटीटी प्रॉब्लम यहाँ पीओटीटी पढ़ा दूँ सही है ब्रो. ओके सो कौशिक स्टार्ट ओके चलो करते हैं स्टार्ट. You could have solved the second problem. It seemed hard, but it is easy if you observe the constraints. Let me just present the screen itself. Let's start. Okay, so let me just copy it. So I would first share the tab itself and sum up the problem statement, what the problem is kind of telling us. The proper statement tells us that given a string and you need to use the characters to make how many instances of the word balloon as possible. अर्थात हिंदी में समझा जाए तो हमारे पास एक स्ट्रिंग है जिसमें कैरेक्टर्स है, उस कैरेक्टर्स को यूज करके हम कितना वर्ड बलून फॉर्म कर सकते हैं और मैक्सिमम नंबर ऑफ इंस्टेंसेस हमें रिटर्न करना है. Don't need to see the test cases. The explanation is quite good, so I would directly jump on to the problem. I hope it should be fine. So see. चलो देखते हैं. Now see. Today I would end the stream a little bit early. Okay. So now see this problem. Okay. देखो होता ये है ना कि let's say हमारे पास एक रेसिपी है. Okay. We are like I want to make a dish. Okay, I want to make a dish of type 1. Let's say I'm making paneer. Okay, if I want to make paneer for one person, it would require one packet of paneer, one packet of spice, and let's say one packet of let's say milk. Okay, let's say one packet of milk. Okay, so now for one person I would require these all things. मुझे पनीर की डिश बनानी है और मुझे ये चीज एक पर्सन, अगर मैं एक पर्सन के लिए वो डिश बनाऊंगा तो एक पर्सन के लिए एक पैकेट लगेगा, एक पैकेट स्पाइस लगेगा, एक पैकेट मिल्क लगेगा. लेट्स से अब हमारे पास क्या है, हमारे पास पता है कि लेट्स से हमारे पास 3 पैकेट ऑफ पनीर है, 2 पैकेट ऑफ स्पाइस है और 1 लेट्स से 5 पैकेट ऑफ मिल्क है. ओके, लेट्स से हमारे पास 5 पैकेट ऑफ मिल्क है. एकदम इजी वे में समझते हैं. लेट्स से वी आर गिवन 3 पैकेट ऑफ स्पाइस एंड दीज ऑल थिंग्स. सो how many people we can make the dish of paneer? How many people we can make? How many? Let's see, if 1 packet, so now it becomes 2. 1 packet of spice is needed, and then 1 packet of milk is needed. 4 will be left. Now again let's see, 1 packet of paneer is again needed. This would become 1. 1 packet of spice, this would become 0. 1 packet of milk, this would become 3. After this, when I come to the third person, I observe that my spices got exhausted. See, this spices is now 0, as all of the things are required, so we can't really move forward. Okay, we can't really move forward because we have packets of paneer left, we have packets of milk left, but spices got exhausted. Okay, so in the same manner, here we are given letters, and here we are also given, let's say we are given A, B, and then C, let's say, and I want to see how many strings of ABC I can make. How many strings I can make? I would use this one, I would write A, I would use this one, I would write B, I would use this one, I would write C. Then again I would try to do that. A, done, B, done, C, I'm not able to find out. So this just means that I can do this. So just relate it with a simple example like this. Okay, hash all the values. First, hash all the values in a particular array, or a map can also solve the purpose because the number of characters are 26. So even if you keep that in array, it would be the most optimized approach by using the ASCII value. You can use a simple map and that won't make a difference because the number of characters are absolutely very less. नंबर ऑफ कैरेक्टर्स इतने छोटे हैं कि आप मैप यूज करो जिसका ऑपरेशन लॉग इन रहेगा, या पैरे यूज करो जिसका ऑपरेशन कांस्टेंट रहेगा, इट वोंट मेक अ डिफरेंस बिकॉज 26 ही है. सो बस ऐसे ही सारे को निकाल के पहले हैश करो कि हमारे पास है क्या क्या. अब हर एक इटरेशन के लिए उसको सब्ट्रैक्ट करने जाओ. जिस वैल्यू पे हम लोग बलून वाला चीज फॉर्म ना कर पाए, खत्म. चलो, लेट्स मूव टू द इम्प्लीमेंटेशन. आई होप दिस शुड बी क्लियर. इफ दिस इज नॉट क्लियर, कंसिडर गिविंग मी a 0 in the chat. बट ऐसा मत करना कि यहाँ पे 1 देने के बाद, ओके, कमेंट्स में जाके आप बोलो कि आई डोंट नो हाउ दिस पीपल हैज कम दिस फार एज so much or something. Okay. So now I would just simply take a map because I would consider a person who is newbie into programming has solved it. So map of character comma int. By the way, you can simply take an int also. The ASCII value would be hashed. Okay. NP. So int answer is equals to 0. Okay. Now I would simply start the iteration. Okay. So use a for each loop for this auto e dash s. Now if e is equals to balloon, okay, or b, how many characters are there? b a b a l o n, these are all the characters. b a, okay, and then l, then o, then n itself, because these all characters are only required. Let's say to make a recipe of paneer, I have chicken also. Chicken is not required to make a recipe of paneer. That is why I'm just kind of ignoring the things that are not required. Okay, m of e plus plus itself. Okay, now at this point I would say while mp of b is greater than 0. Okay, because the number of occurrence of b required is 1. Okay, and then a is also required once. Okay, and then I would simply copy this one. A is also required once, so mp of a, okay, mp of b, okay, mp of b a, and l is required 2 times. Okay, so l should be greater than, l should be how much? L should be greater than 1. Okay, greater than 1. Okay, greater than 1, L is required 2 times, and then O is required twice. Yep, and O is required twice. And let's make it now. N is required. Balloon, yep, balloon, N is required just once. If we have any of this scenario, we would do answer plus plus. Ab, we would do B minus minus because B is required once. Then A minus minus because A is required once. And then L minus 2, minus is equals to 2 because L is required 2 times. Okay, and then O is required 2 times. Mhm. Minus is equals to 2, and then N is required once. So I can simply copy this, make this to N. बहुत ही simplicity से solve किया है. So let's just this. Whatever I've shown you in the drawing, I'm doing the same thing here. Am I clear with the very first problem? If not, just mention me the line number at which you are not able to understand. Just make it a little bit quick. Okay? Because for those people who are sitting for a third problem or second problem, won't feel they are cheated. So I would just keep a fast track. चलो 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 जल्दी जल्दी. We can simply take the minimum of all. No, we can't because L is required 2 times. Yep, you can do. By looking at the Paneer example, you can say that minimum value is required. But L is required 2 times. So how would you do that? So kind of this is very intuitive and simple. Just give me a quick one if this thing is clear. This is good. 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 But people who are absolutely very beginners, they won't feel that, like, they won't get the intuition of this. That is why you did this. Okay, and as the constraints were very small, uh, that is why I just did it. Okay, now let's move to the next problem. This solution is very good. Sanatani sorts. Okay, now let's do for this problem. ये problem काफी interesting है. Okay, and I would explain two solutions to this. If the constraints were big, if the constraints were small. Okay, I think I can move forward. Now let me just share the whole screen itself and let me just explain you the problem statement. और ये क्या? See, first let us understand what do you mean by prefix of a string or an array, anything. Okay, prefix is nothing but start from each and every. Okay, let's say I have a string like Siddharth, SID. So the prefixes of Sid are S, the prefixes of Sid are S, the prefixes of Sid are SI, the prefixes of Sid are SID. Okay, it can be visualized like this. Suppose this is a very long string, so this would be one prefix, this would be the second prefix, this would be the third prefix, this would be third prefix. In the same manner suffix क्या होगा? From the back, इतना, 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 itna. Suffix would be from the back and prefix would be from the front. Let's just take the same example of ABC now. So if we are given ABC, then A would be a prefix, AB would be a prefix, ABC would be a prefix. Simple enough. Okay, I hope this thing made sense to you. What is prefixes of a string? Now here in this question, you are given a set of string. Okay, you are given a set of strings. You need to return the string which has all the prefix in the array. Okay, like return a string whose every prefix is present, whose every prefix is present. Let's take for example, let's just say, let's say we are given A, then SID said, then S, then B, C, then A, B, then A, B, C. So if you observe, the answer is none other than ABC. Why answer is ABC? Because the prefixes of ABC is A, which is present. ABC is AB, which is present. ABC whole is present in itself. But let's talk about SID. So SID, S is not present, SI is not present. So completely discarded. But if you observe, A, the prefixes of A is only A and A is also present, ABC is also present. So you need to tell the longest string. Okay, you need to tell a string which is the longest. And the very next thing is, let's say ABC, all the prefixes of ABC is also present and all the prefixes of ABD is also present. So you need to return the lexicographically smallest. Lexicographically smallest. Remember it. Okay, lexicographically smallest मतलब what? डिक्शनरी ऑर्डर में वो पहले रहना चाहिए. जैसे ABC डिक्शनरी में पहले आएगा ABD के. What do you mean by lexicographically smallest or largest? It just means that the particular string would come before that, but ABC would come before ABD. So quickly tell me if the problem set is clear, if the concept of prefix is clear, what the question wants is clear or not. Give me a quick 0 or 1 in the chat itself. Just give me a quick 0 or 1. Okay, the number of viewers are absolutely very high, so I would suggest that quickly give me a one in the chat. एक बार फिर से एक बार फिर से, क्योंकि आपने हिंदी में पूछा तो एक बार फिर से समझते हैं। प्रीफिक्स मतलब क्या होता है? शुरुआत से लेके पहला पॉइंट, शुरुआत से लेके दूसरा पॉइंट, शुरुआत से लेके तीसरा पॉइंट। सिड में जैसे एस आएगा, एस आई आएगा, एस आई डी आएगा। ठीक है, ये हो गया प्रीफिक्स। ये क्वेश्चन हमें क्या मांग रहा है कि ऐसा स्ट्रिंग जिसका सारा प्रीफिक्सेस उसमें पहले से प्रेजेंट हो। ओके, और वो स्ट्रिंग सबसे ज्यादा बड़ा होना चाहिए और डिक्शनरी ऑर्डर में सबसे पहले आना चाहिए, लेक्सियोग्राफिकली स्मॉलेस्ट। ओके, अब समझ आ गया अंकित मौर्य? इफ यस, मेक श्योर यू सेंड मी चॉकलेट। ओके, ओके, सो ZOB ZO12, okay, ZOB ZOK, this test case was expecting. Okay, ZOA ZA. Okay, let's just see. ZOB is present or not? ZO is present, Z is not present. ZOK, so it is not present. Okay, the test case would be blank. Why? Because there is no single character here. Okay, ZA है, तो neither Z present है, neither ZA present है but Z present नहीं है। PF है, तो ना P present है ना PF present है but P present नहीं है। So if let's say I ask you all the prefixes of AB, so all the prefixes of AB are A and AB. So if A is not present, then it is not valid. So in the same manner, in this test case, if you observe ZOK, so Z is not present in either of the strings. So most of the string starts from Z, Z is not present. One string starts from B, B individually is not present. P individually is not present. So am I clear to you, Ankit Modia, why this test case is correct? True. Damn true. Damn true. Okay, Ankit Modia, am I clear to you? चलो, let's move forward. अब चॉकलेट भेजना आप, ठीक है? चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. So make sure you send me a chocolate. Translate it the same in English. Okay, fair enough. Now let's understand this. So, if you understand, like whenever, if you see up this problem, if you observe that whenever we are coming to SID, we would try to search first as, then SI, and then SID again. So it is just like we are trying to search the prefixes of the string. Okay, or searching a string in a set of string. So whenever you have any question which involves searching of strings, this is the first hint, and then it also involves the usage of prefix. Okay, अगर ये दोनों कभी कॉम्बिनेशन पे दिख जाए, so this problem is of try. Okay, this problem is of try. Make sure you do this. Okay, try has a searching operation in login time, and that is very easy to solve it. But as the number of test cases are only 10 to the power 3, so we can afford 10 to the power 3 multiplied by 10 to the power 3 multiplied by number of characters, which is just 10, which is 10 to the power 3 multiplied by 3331, which is 10 to the power 7. Bases the same, the powers would get added. 10 to the power 7 is less than 10 to the power 8. So हमेशा ये 10 to the power 8 वाली वैल्यू याद रखना कि number of operation, if it is less than 10 to the power 8, and if you implement correctly, then you will be getting a AC. So I can implement a big O of n square solution. Okay, अब what I can do is see this approach. Okay, ये काफी कठिन सा easy सा approach है. Okay, so what I can do is, if you observe, I can go back and search the strings. Okay, I can go back and search the strings. So what I can do is, let's say A, B, C was given, then we were given A, B, and then A. Okay, So the answer for this is ABC. Now let's see how we can get the answer. What we can do is we can first hash all the values. Okay. So A is hashed now, AB is hashed now, ABC is hashed now. And then what we would do is ABC Miller. So ABC is present itself. Then we would pop out the last character. We would pop out this last character. Then we would try to search AB. AB is present or not. AB is present. So we would then pop out the second last character again. Then we would try to search if A is present or not. Agar A is also present, we would pop out this. After all of this, if the particular string becomes empty, that means all the prefixes are present of the string. So what it is very easy to understand. What we would do is we would insert all of them in a hash map. Okay, and then we would remove the last character, and then we would search, remove the last character, 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 then we would search. If let's say A was not present, so at the end, if length is greater than 0, so we would say this is not. And searching a string can be easily done by inserting all the strings in a hash map. Okay, so simply insert all of them in the hash map, and removal of the last character is also big O of 1 in C++. So you can simply pop back the last character, and you can simply keep searching it. Now there is one more thing what we can do. We need to report the lexicographically smallest string. Let's just say, okay, this is how the problem can be solved. But यहाँ पे और एक problem आएगा. Okay, that is to keep a track of, let's say, A, AB and ABC. And then we also have X, XY and XYZ. So we know that lexicographically smallest string हमारा answer होगा. This just means that this should be our answer, not this. Okay. So if ABC should be our answer and not this, what we can do simply is we can simply sort the values and make a condition. Okay, simply sort all the values and make a condition. Okay, that A would come, like let's say A would come first, then AB would come first, then ABC would come first, and then make a condition like this. Okay, first A would come, then all the first characters, that is X would come, then AB should come, AB, then XY should come, then ABC should come, and XYZ should come. Okay, ये कैसे हो रहा है? I would just tell you what this is all about. What we are doing is we are telling the sorting thing. We are sorting in a way that length 1 पहले sort हो जाए, length 2 अलग से sort हो जाए, length 3 अलग से sort हो जाए. And this can be done by using something known as custom comparators. Custom comparators. If you don't know about this, learn about this. Okay, very useful thing. Okay, so ऐसे sort करने से क्या फायदा होगा? So if you sort like this, then I would try to find A, all the prefixes of A is present. Then I would try to find X, all the prefixes of X is present. Then AB, all the prefixes of AB is also present. XYZ, all the way. So we would keep updating it. And if you observe, at this point would come first. So that is why we can simply reverse it, and this character would fall into place. Okay, तब हमें ये नहीं देखना होगा. Otherwise what you can do is you can simply say if the length is equals to the length of the concluded answer, we would take the minimum of that. इसका आंसर ये भी हो सकता है. One other way to do is, one way is that we would sort it in a manner. One other way is that I would tell you that also. See, first I would keep a string blank and the size of the string is 0. Okay. First, I would try to search A. A is present and all the prefixes of A is present. And the length of this character is more than what is kept. So I would update this answer and I would write A, B, C. Then I would update AB. all the characters of AB are present. A is also present, AB is also present. And the length of AB is more than what we have in our answer. So we would update this to 2. Okay. Sorry, this should be A, just A. Sorry. Now, and this would become AB. Now we have ABC. And all the prefixes of ABC is also present. So we would make this as 3 and we would make this as ABC. Then we have X. So a length of X is less than what we have, so we would ignore it. XY is also less, so we would ignore it. Let's say XYZ. Let's say it was small. So if the length, so XYZ also has all the characters of the prefix equal and it is equal to n. So if it is equal to whatever we have calculated up till now, we would take the minimum. So we would simply take minimum of S and the current word. And this would also solve the purpose. Okay. ऐसे भी कर सकते हो for those who are beginners. If you are intermediate, consider using custom comparators and solving it in a smart way. ये भी वे सही है and this would also give you an AC. Else use custom comparators and solve it in a smart way. I hope I made clear the approach of try, how I got the idea that try is required by these two observations. Then I saw the constraints. Then I found out I can afford a O(n) square solution, so I can hash out the values. And then I thought that if I sort out the values, the first value I'm getting, that would be the answer. Else, I can simply do this kind of structure itself. Am I clear with this? We can move to the implementation now. Okay, priority queue and set, and that is also fine. Custom short plus hash map. This solution is what I'm going to implement. Sorting might reduce unnecessary checkings. Yes, absolutely. Now understand why sorting is needed. Okay, Pulkit, am I clear to you why sorting is needed? Thanks a lot, Soumya Sethi. I think I I think I read your comment in the morning itself. You won a subscription or something in the morning stream. I think so. Okay, chalo. I'm a very lazy person, so would make this as just A. Okay, and now I would use a comparator. Okay, bull CMP, and then I would take two strings, and I would take just auto A comma auto B. So I would say if the size is not same, okay, return the larger size. Okay, so that XYZ would be ranking above. Okay, if the size is more, so ABC would come before A. Okay, so first we are prioritizing on the size. ABC would come before A. Okay, ABC यहाँ पे आ गया, याद रखना. Let's just take the example also why this is working. A comma AB comma ABC comma X comma XY comma XYZ. Okay, so first we would understand if the size is not equal, then we would prioritize on the size. Okay, so if A dot size is not equal to B dot size, okay, return A dot size A dot size greater than B dot size. I would just explain you what this is doing. This would just now make it ABC and XYZ. जिसकी साइज ज्यादा है वो आगे आ जाएगा. ओके, ज्यादा साइज वाले पहले में आ जाएंगे. This strings makes it. Okay, else we would return A is less than B. Okay, what does this mean? So अगर XYZ, okay, let's say XYZ size सेम है, XYZ यहाँ आ गया, ABC यहाँ आ गया, सब साइज वाले एक साथ हो गए. ओके, तो अब इसके बाद A is less than B में क्या हो जाएगा? ABC would come before XYZ. Now ABC would come before XYZ. Okay, if the size is same, so if the size is same, This would work. This would work means what? जो छोटा है वो पहले आ जाएगा. Okay. So I would just comment this out. Now I would sort it. Sort a dot begin, comma a dot end, comma cmp. Okay. I hope I'm clear. I can use an unordered map and an ordered map. Both is same. Unordered map ही use कर लेते हैं because the average time complexity of this is big of 1. And let's just take it as m. Okay. So now first I would hash all the values. For auto e dash a and m of e plus plus. सबको hash कर दिया. Okay, सबको एक मैप में लाके रख दिया. Now I would say for int I is equals to 0, I is less than n and I plus plus. I would first take a string t. Okay, take a string t and flag बताएगा कि पूरा string exhaust हुआ कि नहीं. So flag is now 0. Flag is false. Okay, let's say flag is true. Okay, now we would start removing the characters from the back and try to search it. Okay, so we would try to search this for int k is equals to 0, k is less than, okay, e dot size itself. Okay, okay, just let me see. Okay, यहाँ पे तो e है ही नहीं ना. Okay, k is less than a of I. Okay, a of I dot size. Okay, and then I plus plus, and then this is k plus plus. I make a lot of mistake in this. Okay, k plus plus. अब पहले हम लोग क्या अगर ए बी सी हमारे पास आया तो पहले ए को सर्च कर लिया, फिर ए बी को सर्च कर लिया, फिर ए बी सी को सर्च कर लिया. ओके, so first I would add, this is a blank string. Okay, I need to initialize it as a blank string. तो फर्स्ट मैं ए बी सी अगर मेरे पास है तो पहले मैं ए को ऐड करूंगा. ए प्लस इज इक्वल्स टू ए ऑफ आई डैश के. पहले मैंने ए को ऐड किया. ओके, इफ it is not present, अगर a ही present नहीं है, so I would say this is not possible. So m dot find t is equals to m dot n. This just means that string is not present. यहाँ पे let's say abc था. Okay, abc था. यहाँ पे let's say a को मैंने सर्च किया, a मुझे मिला ही नहीं. So at this point only, if any of the prefix is not available, this can't be an answer. So at this point only, I would say flag is equal to false, and then यहीं पे break कर जाओ, because any of the string is not present, that means it is not possible. So यहाँ पे break कर सकते हो, नहीं भी कर सकते हो. Breaking would be a little bit of optimization. Okay, यहाँ पे कर दिया. अब जब string से बाहर निकले, अब हम लोग चेक करेंगे ये फ्लैग वाला चीज 1 रहा कि नहीं. If the value of the flag is still 1, that means there were no strings which was unavailable. So I would say if flag is true, return if flag is true. Okay, first tell me if I'm clear till this point or not. Just give me a quick one. Second solution ही discuss हो रही है. If flag is true. Okay, so if answer dot size, okay, is equal to 1, अगर answer dot size is equal to 1, so you have to find the strings. Given a string, just let me show you, and if there is no such strings, return alexiographically empty strings. Okay, so अगर so abc, I tried to find abc itself. So if answer dot size, okay, if answer dot size is equal to 1, I would say, okay, I would say return a blank string. Okay, return a blank string, else return the answer. And here, if even after all of this you are not able to find a solution, I would return a blank string again. यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है? Let's say I had ABC, okay, or just A, okay, and I'm not able to find it. Answer dot size का 1 रह गया, okay, answer में size 1 हो गया. Then answer is not possible, okay. So I need to, okay, I have not initialized the answer variable, okay, string answer, okay, string answer. At this point, I would say answer is equals to 2. The last updated string would be my value. Okay. Answer is equals to, the last update से ये पहले A सर्च किया, फिर B सर्च किया, फिर ABC सर्च किया. CMP, and that would be, I think I'm making a lot of implementation mistake here. So this static was needed, I don't, because this is a class. Okay. CMP, I'm passing out CMP, so I think I need to make this as string. Now this should work. I is less than m. Okay, so let me initialize and also int m is equals to a dot size. That is why don't hit submit on the first go itself. You would flag, a flag is not declared, so I need to declare int flag. Just hit and compile and run until you are clear for the sample displays. This is working, and I got an AC. Okay, I would just send you the solution. Just mention the line number at which you were not able to understand. Okay, this is the solution. 10 to the power third 3 into 10 to the power 3, because एक वर्ड को फिर से सारे में भी सर्च करें. Let's say that we are iterating over the whole array. So first क्या होता है, whenever we see a solution, the idea is that मैं देख लेता हूँ constraints के हिसाब से what is the maximum amount of time complexity I can do, ताकि मुझे पता रहे कि let's say the number of solutions are just 10 to the power 3. That means I can afford 10 to the power, I can afford 10 to the power on square solution. Can you explain line number 18? Yes, absolutely. यही तो मेरा काम है. Okay, this one. देखो यहाँ पे यही हो रहा है. See this one. If the size is not equal, this is a comparator thing. If the size is not equal, तो जो सबसे ज़्यादा size है वो पहले आ जाएगा. Okay, हम लोग size को पहला priority दे रहे हैं. So this would just make X, Y, Z and A, B, C come before everything. A, B, A, B, C. So let's just say ये given होगा, और इसके वजह से the array would kind of look something like this. It would look something like this. ये वाले if statement से. So I would just keep it. So this just prioritizes the length first. Okay. तो यहाँ पे भी AB would come before and XY would come after, then A, then X. So यहाँ पे हम लोग लेंथ को प्रायोरिटाइज करते रहे. नाउ यहाँ पे क्या कर रहे हैं, जिसकी लेंथ सेम है उसको अब सॉर्ट कर रहे हैं. सो यहाँ पे क्या होगा, व्हाट इज बीइंग डन हियर, ये गिवन था, द फर्स्ट इफ स्टेटमेंट मेक्स अप दिस. ओके, द नेक्स्ट इफ स्टेटमेंट वुड मेक इट ABC. ओके, देन XYZ, देन AB, देन XY, देन A, देन X. यहाँ पे ऐसा हो रहा है. ओके, नाउ डू आई मेक सेंस टू यू वरुण अग्रवाल? ब्रो ये सेकंड ही है. दिस इज द सेकंड प्रॉब्लम. कस्टम कंपैरेटर्स वाला कॉन्सेप्ट फिर से बता सकते हो? बेसिकली कस्टम कंपैरेटर्स, द कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ कस्टम कंपैरेटर्स इज, आई वुड जस्ट गिव यू अ ब्रीफ बिकॉज कस्टम कंपैरेटर्स अलग से ही एक कॉन्सेप्ट है, बट आई वुड जस्ट गिव यू अ ब्रीफ. कस्टम कंपैरेटर्स होता ये है ना कि वो एक कंडीशन डाल देते हैं. सॉर्टिंग में भी एक कंडीशन डाल देते हैं, भैया ये सारे कंडीशंस को आप मान के सॉर्टिंग करना. तो यहाँ पे हमने कंडीशन क्या डाला कि अगर साइज इक्वल नहीं है, अगर साइज इक्वल नहीं है दो स्ट्रिंग्स की, तो जो ज्यादा बड़ी है उसको प्रायोरिटी दो, ओके, और जो कम बड़ी है उसको कम प्रायोरिटी दो. अगर दो स्ट्रिंग की साइज सेम है तो हम लोग इस वाले पे आ जाएंगे, ओके. तो यहाँ पे हम लोग बोल रहे हैं कि अगर दो स्ट्रिंग की स्ट्रिंग सेम है, जैसे ए और बी, बी और ए है, तो जो छोटा है उसको पहले रख दो. सो ए इज लेस देन बी, ओके. तो जो छोटा है उसे पहले रख दो. बस बस. Am I clear with this? Okay. Okay, this is your third problem. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. I would explain you the second problem. Don't worry. After this only. Just 2 minutes. देखो पहले में क्या होगा ना, ये वाला स्ट्रिंग क्या करेगा, यहाँ पे एबीसी भी पहले आ सकता है और एक्स वाई जेड भी पहले आ सकता है, क्योंकि इस इफ स्टेटमेंट में बस हम लोग लेंथ का बात कर रहे हैं, ओके. और इस स्टेटमेंट में हम लोग छोटा बड़ा का बात कर रहे हैं. इस स्टेटमेंट में सिर्फ और सिर्फ लेंथ का बात हो रहा है. तो लेंथ का अगर बात हो रहा है तो जिसकी लेंथ ज्यादा वो सबसे पहले आ जाएगा. अब एबीसी भी रैंडमली आगे आ सकता है, एक्स वाई जेड भी रैंडमली आ सकता है. मैंने बस ये चीज इसलिए दिखाया ताकि मैं इसको और इसको डिफरेंशिएट कर पाऊं, वरना मैं दोनों में सेम ही लिखता. ओके ओके, एक बार देख लेना, ओके. एक बार कस्टम कंपैरेटर सीख लेना, दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अब this question is a very standard problem, okay. Like, I would just show you the hard work of the problem setter, okay. See the hard work of the problem setter. Just do this, just do this, just go to this, okay. Just go to this, do this, okay. Just go to, sorry, so let me just show you also. यहाँ पर गए, सेम चीज बस सर्च एंड गूगल कर दिया, ये खोला एंड इसको कॉपी किया, इस पर सबमिट किया और ये एसी हो जाएगा. सो दिस इज द हार्ड वर्क ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम सेटर. बाय द वे, दिस इज द मिस्टेक ऑफ द प्रॉब्लम सेटर, नॉट you if you're copying it, because in competitive programming, if you're doing competitive programming or online judge, you can use the resources which are already available before the internet. So if this article is published before the contest, then you can use it, and this article was published before the internet. So if you are using this is a smart work, not cheating, because resources which are available beforehand, you can take help of that, and it's absolutely fine. This is a mistake from the problem setter. I'm absolutely sorry. It's just that this digital, this person, uh, ऐसा अच्छा नहीं लगता, इसीलिए बैन कर रहा हूँ. I don't have hatred for him, neither I do I know him. Yep, this is the feedback I was talking about. Here it is not told in the question that is it necessary to keep 0 as the root or not. Okay, it is not mentioned in the question. To be honest, when I was also solving this problem, okay, when I was also solving this problem, I went and calculated the maximum degree and then I did it for that. If you observe, see, I was doing the maximum degree and then solving it for that problem. But then when I searched it on Google, I found out that they should have mentioned that it is necessary to keep 0 as the center. ऐसे spam ना करो भैया, मैं देता हूँ सेकंड. No, this is not cheating. You can use the resources which are available beforehand. This is the mistake of the problem setters, that they were not able to conceal the problem statement in such a way that Googling was not possible. Okay. If you are not doing it, that is also fine. I would explain you the problem. चलो अब explain करते हैं. So let us first understand what do you mean by a star tree. Chalo. So star tree, as the name suggests, is a form of tree where we are given a center node and all the other nodes would be in this format. Okay, all the other nodes would be in this form itself. Okay, fair enough. So this is what a star tree looks like, and in this question you are told that you are given a connected undirected. Connected matlab ones. What? The number of connected components are 1. Undirected means what? The nodes are not directed, like they are not just like this or like this. You can travel the road in both ways. Okay. मैं अपने घर से गर्लफ्रेंड के घर जा सकता हूँ, गर्लफ्रेंड के घर से मेरे घर आ सकता हूँ. It is an undirected node. Let's say मेरे गर्लफ्रेंड के पेरेंट्स बहुत स्ट्रिक्ट है. ओके, अगर मैं उसके घर जाऊंगा तो वो मुझे मार पीट के वहीं रख लेंगे. ओके, और मुझे कहीं काल कोठरी में डाल देंगे. तो दैट इज अ वन वे रूट. मैं एक बार जाऊंगा फिर वापस नहीं आऊंगा. ओके, एंड दैट इज अ डायरेक्टेड एज. ये फनी एग्जांपल याद रखना सो दैट यू लर्न द डिफरेंस बिटवीन अनडायरेक्टेड एज एंड अ डायरेक्टेड एज. ओके, गर्लफ्रेंड के पेरेंट्स स्ट्रिक्ट हैं तो डायरेक्टेड एज, गर्लफ्रेंड के पेरेंट्स स्ट्रिक्ट नहीं है तो अनडायरेक्टेड एज. Okay, translating the same in English would be, if let's say the parents or the guardians of my girlfriend are very strict and I go to her home, they would beat me and they would keep me in a room or something and they would punish me. So that's a one way road. I would just go. That is a directed edge. If my guardians of my girlfriend are cool enough, then I can go and then I can come back. That is an undirected edge. So learn the difference. Keep this funny example with you. याद रहता है. Okay. So you are given a connected undirected graph. Okay, connected undirected graph दिया गया है. What you need to do is you need to merge. Okay, एक ऑपरेशन ऐसा रहेगा, merge two adjacent nodes. This is equal to how much? This is equal to one operation. Okay, merge two adjacent nodes and convert it to star tree. Okay, convert it to a star tree. This is what you need to do. Okay, the sample test cases are good enough. Okay, this is what the problem asks us. Okay, so now if you see up this problem is a little bit easy to guess. Okay, I will tell you why. Okay, so what we can do is we can count the number of nodes which are parent of. Okay, first we would count the number of, like count the number of edges. So to be honest, we would count the degree. Okay, we would count the degree. Okay, degree count करेंगे. What do you mean by degree? Degree is the number of paths that are from there. Degree क्या होता है? Let's say I have my home. The number of roads from my home is the degree. Okay, so if let's say this is the home of Siddharth, and let's say this is a road, this is a road, so the degree of my home is 4. If let's say the degree of my home is now 3. Okay, the degree of my home is 3. Now there is also a concept of in degree, out degree. Okay, so number of in degree are number of paths that are coming to my home, that are merging to my home. So in degree is 2 and the out degree is 1. Okay, सो जितने जितने एज एक नोड में अंदर उस पे आ रहे हैं, that is in degree, the number of nodes emerging out from that is an out degree. Okay, so calculating the finding out the in degree and out degree is very easy. Just use the information that is given. Let's say here we are given the parent array, but most of the problems outside, they are given the thing known as dependency graph, dependency thing. So I would just make explain you with respect to the this problem. Okay, so अगर parent array दिया हुआ है, if I'm told that 1 is the parent of 2, 3 is the parent of 4, 1 is the parent of 7, 3 is the parent of 4, so मैं क्या कर सकता हूँ, मैं just ये कर सकता हूँ कि 1 का इन डिग्री प्लस कर दूं, 3 का इन डिग्री प्लस कर दूं, 1 का इन डिग्री फिर से एक बार प्लस कर दूं. So I would just calculate the in degree of each of the nodes. Basically, I would calculate the frequency of the parent. Okay, simple शब्दों में समझा जाए तो if I try to understand in simpler terms, I am concluding, I am counting the frequency. If I want to understand the inner depth of this, I am calculating the degree, and there are two types of degree, that is in degree and out degree. So if you are an intermediate, consider learning about in degree, out degree. If you are a beginner, consider that I am counting the frequency of distinct numbers in the parent array. Count the number of distinct alphabets in the parent array. This is what you need to do. Okay, पहला यही हो सकता है. And then there is one more thing to observe. If you observe the star tree, if the length is more than 2, then only we need to care. If the length is 2, there is nothing to be cared of. If the length is 3, then only we should care. Okay, so यहाँ पे कुछ नहीं करना है. We need to find out the frequency of distinct elements, and if the length is less than equal to 2, I would ignore those. If the length is more than 2, I would count those. So summing up this for a beginner would be, see, what I would do is count the frequency. Simple करूँगा, count frequency count करूँगा. उसके बाद all the numbers which have less than 2. Why less than 2? Because of this one. 2 से ज्यादा होगा तब ना स्टार ट्री बनाने में प्रॉब्लम होगा. अगर 2 ही है तो स्टार ट्री बनाने में प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है. ओके, अगर 2 ही है, so what we need to do is all the nodes which have the degree less than equal to 2, we would decrease that. यही आंसर है, and the answer is just of one for loop. So am I clear with the idea? Like you have learned something in degree, out degree, or directed edge, indirected edge, कुछ एक भी चीज सीखने को मिले. Okay, but answer I need. Okay, so whoever this person is, okay, एक बात बताता हूँ. Okay, होता ये है ना कि उस एंड पे जाके, लाइक आप हिंदी बोल रहे हो तो लेट्स आंसर यू इन हिंदी. उस एंड पे जाके किसी के माँ बहन को गाली देना सही नहीं है. ओके, मतलब अगर मैं पसंद ना भी हूँ, मुझे गाली दे दो, बट किसी के माँ बहन पे जाना सही नहीं लगता मुझे. मतलब मुझे गाली दो, दैट इज फाइन, आई डोंट रियली केयर, बट किसी के माँ बाप को इन्वॉल्व करना गलत बात है. क्योंकि लेट्स टेक फॉर सिंपल एग्जांपल कि भगवान से भी सब खुश नहीं है, तो क्या आप भगवान को गाली देना छोड़ के भगवान के माँ बाप को गाली देना शुरू कर दे? ऐसा नहीं है ना, लोग भगवान को ही गाली देते हैं. ओके, सो अगर मुझसे प्रॉब्लम है तो मुझे गाली दो, ओपनली गाली दो, मैं ब्लॉक भी नहीं करूंगा. Okay, it's absolutely fine. Even though God can't make everyone happy, and neither I can. I highly accept it, and I'm happy with that. Okay, कि मैं भगवान से बढ़कर नहीं हूँ, मैं भगवान से कम ही हूँ. Okay, but किसी के माँ बाप को इन्वॉल्व मत करो. Okay, सबके घर में माँ बहन है. And what I used to do, अगर आप स्ट्रीम के बाहर ऐसा मुझे बोलते तो मैं सिंपली बोल देता, आपकी फैमिली मेरी फैमिली, क्योंकि हम लोग दोनों भाई भाई हैं। फिर आप अपने चुप हो जाते हैं। that I still used to do in my school days. कोई मुझे गाली दे तो मैं बोल देता हूँ हम लोग दोनों भाई हैं, तो तेरी मम्मी मेरी मम्मी, तेरी बहन मेरी बहन, मैं ऐसे बोल देता था। और उसके बाद गाली नहीं आती थी। ओके चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं। ओके चलो यार, ऐसे मूड खराब हो जाता है, अजीब लोग हैं। Okay. First, I would just implement it. Then I would do the dry run itself. Okay. Fair enough. So I would say vector int, and this is to count the values of size n with the frequency as 0 itself. Okay. Now I would say I would start the counting from 1. Why? Because the parent of 0 is -1, which is not valid. 0 is the root, so that is why there is -1. So we would start the counting from 1. That is from the second element. I is less than n and I plus plus. And then we would say C of CP of I. मैं plus plus कर दूंगा. And then I would initialize an answer. Okay. And now I would start iterating over the count array. Okay. So I would say auto x of c. अगर इसकी कोई frequency है, so answer if x is greater than 0. If x is greater than 0, then I would do answer plus plus. Simple enough. If c of 0 is less than equal to 2, okay, is less than 2. अगर c of 0 is less than 2, then answer minus minus. इसको involve नहीं करना है. And then we would return. like ऐसा भी हो सकता है कि number of required operation is 1. Okay, the number of required operation is 0. So I would return, okay, max of 0 comma answer minus 1. Why are we doing this? Because let's say we got the answer as 0. So 0 minus 1 is equals to -1. But -1 can never be the answer. 0 would be the answer. That is why maximum of 0 and answer -1. Now let us just compile and see how many errors are we making, and then I would float the sample. Good enough. Let me see और कोई गाली वाली आया कि नहीं। यार ये तो शांत हो गया। अजीब लोग हैं। Okay, this is the solution itself. Okay, fair enough. It means loop starts from this type. I is equal, it will start this type. No, indexing starts from 0. So first element से चाहिए, second element से हमें चाहिए. तो first element का index 0 होगा, second element का index 1 होगा. That is why we are starting off from 1. Okay. Okay, एक बार फिर से जल्दी से explanation कर देते हैं. Okay, let's just see for this. Okay, first test case के लिए dry run कर देते हैं. See how this. Okay, so initially for C, this is the 0 index, this is the first, this is second, this is third, this is fourth, and this is required. And now C, this is the C, and this is the values of C. Okay, so first we would start with the very first element. So 0 का एक count बढ़ गया. So count of 0, okay, count of 0 would become 1. Then फिर से 0 आया, फिर से 0 आया. Count of 0 would become 2. Okay, and फिर से 1 आया, फिर से 1 आया. So count of 1 would become 2, and rest all values would remain 0 because it is initialized by 0. All the values are initialized by 0. So after this point, we got the array something like this. Okay, यहाँ तक इस point तक C का value ऐसे आया. Then we are telling that if C answer if the value of x is greater than 0, तो आंसर प्लस प्लस कर दो. तो आंसर 0 पे प्लस होगा, 0 पे प्लस होगा. So answer will become 2. then no values are there. Okay, if c of 0 is less than 2, answer my, just let me see. Okay, just let me see. Yep. Okay, so now let me show you what this is happening. यही वाला टेस्ट केस मुझे चाहिए था. So see, -1 1 1 2 2. Okay, so let's just visualize this. Graph editor, यही वाला टेस्ट केस चाहिए. Okay, एक सेकंड. ओके, नाउ 0 का कोई पेरेंट नहीं, 1 का पेरेंट 0, सो 1 2 0. ओके, 2 2 1, 2 2 1, then 3 2 1, then what, 4 2 1, then 0 1 2 3 4 to 2, 4 to 2, and then 5 to 2, and इसे हटा दो. Okay, so this would be the kind of tree, and if I just make it seem like this, like, let's see. Okay, so what is the answer for this? Its correct output is 1. Okay, its correct output is 1. How it is 1? Let me just show you that also. So what you need to do is, see here, the parent array. Okay, the parent array of 1. Okay, so the value of 0 would be incremented. अब इस तरफ मत देखना. The value of incremented would be 1 first, and the value of 1 would get incremented to 2, because 1 2 times है. 2 कितना बार है? 2 भी 2 बार है. ठीक है, 2 भी 2 बार है. ऐसा ऐसा हो रहा है. अब what we need to do is, we are first counting the values. So answer would become 3, because if the value answer would become 3. Okay, यहाँ पे आंसर 3 था ना. या, so answer would become 3. अब अगर रूट नोड के पास 2 से कम है, so answer we would decrease it by 1. Okay, answer we would decrease it by 1. Okay, so now if you observe, 0 has the number of neighbors 1, which is less than 2. Okay, so we would get to 2. After that, the number of neighbors of 0 is how much? Neighbors of 0 is just 1. So now we would decrement the count by 1 also. That is why the answer to this is 1 itself. That is why the answer is becoming 1. And that is why at the end, we are just saying that if the root node has the number of neighbors less than 2, we would subtract it. Okay, now do I make sense to you? Just give me a quick 1 or 0. Give me a 0 if this is not clear. फिर से explain करना होगा, फिर से explain कर दूंगा. No issues. Absolutely not an issue. Did I send you the solution? Yep, I sent you the solution. Just give me a quick 0 or 1 if this thing is not clear. Okay. अच्छा क्या दे दिया? So let me explain you a different solution now. Let's just see something else. Anyone who has done using BFS? हाँ, मिल गया DFS से. एक बार मैं खुद भी solution देख लूँ. Answer count 1 if child is not equal to parent. answer plus is equal to child, parent, and then graph itself and then count plus plus. ठीक है, if count becomes more than one, answer plus is equals to I का भी parent का भी graph plus one. Okay, yep, this solution is fine. चलो अब दूसरी तरीके से इस प्रॉब्लम को समझते हैं एकदम इजी तरीके से. Okay, what I am doing is चलो अब इसको समझते हैं. Let's leave everything. Okay, let's understand a simple solution. Leave. I'm thankful that you told it here itself. Ab, let's say I told about in degree, out degree or something. याद है? So let's say you are given a tree, like you are given a graph like this. Okay. Now the solution can be, see, जिसका सबसे ज़्यादा, see, the solution tells us what? The solution tells the one operation is how one. What is the one operation? One operation is nothing but merging nodes. Okay, and I need to convert it to star tree. Star tree मतलब एक node के पास जाके सब बैठ जाएगा. Okay, what the objective is to make it a star tree. Star tree means what? I need to be around one single node around the whole tree. This is what I want to do. So what I would do is so the most beneficial would be what? The most beneficial would be to select the node which has highest number of degree, because जिसके पास already अगल बगल बहुत सारे elements है, उसके पास कम elements उठा के उसके पास लाना होगा, क्योंकि उसके पास तो already बहुत सारे connections है ना. अगर let's say if I take up this node, इस नोड को भी उठा के यहाँ लाना होगा, इस नोड को भी उठा के यहाँ लाना होगा, इस नोड को भी उठा के यहाँ लाना होगा, इस नोड को भी उठा के सबको उठा के वहां लाना होगा. बट if I select this node, then ये सारे नोड्स तो ऑलरेडी इसके पास बैठे हुए हैं ना. सो नोड्स कितने उठा के लाना है? यहाँ से 3, यहाँ से 1, 4 नोड्स उठा के लाने हैं. If you try to see, it is best that let's say it is just like the scenario. Like let's say I want to be dependent on one person. Okay, let's say the whole India wants to be dependent on one person. So that person should be powerful enough. He should have a lot of connections. So if in a star tree all the nodes needs to be dependent on the middle of the star, so if I want all the nodes to be dependent on the middle of the star, then the best one is to consider the nodes which has highest number of connections, क्योंकि उसके पास सबसे कॉस्ट कम होगा उसके पास लाने के लिए, बिकॉज उसके ऑलरेडी बहुत सारे दोस्त हैं. इसके नंबर ऑफ दोस्त बस 1 है, तो इसका अराउंड दोस्ती बनवाना बहुत मुश्किल है. इसके नंबर ऑफ दोस्त 3 है तो ठीक है, इसके भी नंबर ऑफ दोस्त 3 है ठीक है, बट इसके नंबर ऑफ दोस्त 4 ऑलरेडी है. इसका मतलब बाकी सारे नोड्स को लाके यहाँ डंप करना काफी इजी होगा, क्योंकि इसके ऑलरेडी बहुत सारे दोस्त हैं, तो डायरेक्ट दोस्ती करवाना इसका इजी है. This is the intuition first. So what I would do is I would calculate the degree of everyone. Then the node with the maximum degree, I would consider it as the center. अब वहां से I would try to do a DFS and मैं ये calculate करूंगा what is the minimum number of operation that I require. Okay, so if you just see out the solution of this one, this is the most intuitive one. Okay, what he or she did was they calculated the in degree and they build a graph so that a DFS could be done. Then if it is more, then they are saving it. Okay, and वहीं से जो भी वैल्यू मैक्स आई में होगा, IND और मैक्स आई में होगा, लेट्स से IND और मैक्स आई में होगा, they are moving it forward to DFS. Okay, and DFS जितना भी value लाके देगा, so just see this DFS. So do this DFS on a pen and paper because it would absolutely become lengthy to do a visualization of DFS in a pen tab, but this is the idea. Okay, so एपी सेंटर मुझे वही मिल गया. अब उस सेंटर के अराउंड मैं सिंपली एक डेप्थ फर्स्ट सर्च फेंक दे रहा हूँ. Okay, and उससे वैल्यू आ जा रही है. Now this solution makes sense to you or not? I would send you this solution also. This is a solution submitted by a user. I would send you this solution also. This is a more intuitive solution. अब ये solution समझ में आया? आशीष, पुलकित, अनूप, वरुण, डेलीमिक्स and आयुष. Am I clear with this? ये solution समझ में आया? ये solution intuitive है? DFS घर पे कर लोगे या DFS भी मैं समझा दूँ? जैसा आप बोलोगे. Others, if not, reply me with a 0. I would again explain. No issues. That's my job. Just give me a quick 0 or 1. At least I should know. See, star matlab kya? Star, what do you mean by star? Star means that we want to make direct connection to everyone. So what is the most, which node would give us the minimum number of operation? The node which already has a lot of, okay, already has a lot of connections would give us the minimum number of operation. Okay, यही intuition. Intuition is just this one. अब समझ आ गया? तो बताओगे तो समझा दूंगा. अब I did a lot of hard work that I'm leaving my dinner and then again explaining the third one in a different approach. So जिसको जिसको समझ में आया, consider giving me a comment in the chat. Okay? अब सबको समझ में आ गया, most probably सबको. DFS is easy. If DFS is hard for you, consider watching some DFS video, depth first search. But I would like to understand the previous one well. So previous one के लिए ना थोड़ा सा intuition चाहिए how it is working, how basically it is shifting the middle one to any other. Okay, थोड़ा सा intuition चाहिए. So थोड़ा सा experience चाहिए why this is working. Okay, so solve a lot of problems, like solve 5 to 10 problems of graphs and then come back to this video. If after that also you are not able to solve this problem, then consider asking me on LinkedIn. If I get time out of my 7 days working, I would help you. Okay, I was doing Khan's algo but समझ नहीं आया. No, it can be done using Khan's algo. I was solving using Khan's algo. Graph solution intuitive ज़्यादा है. Yep, graph solution is more intuitive. चलो, that's it. That's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day. Goodbye, everyone. So if you are watching this stream in the recorded version, consider giving a comment as well as a like on the video so that the reach could be increased and this work could be justified and I can have a smile on my face. That's it for today. Thank you and have a nice day.